All right, we're here at the end of the OluKai stand-up paddle race, and we've got the man himself, the champion, Starboard's Connor Baxter. Connor, this is probably one of the biggest fields ever for a downwind race on Maui, and you cleaned up out there. How was it?
Yeah, it was a lot better than I expected. Supposedly there's not going to be much wind, and it's kind of bummed, but turned around, got some good wind. There's some good glides out there, so it was definitely a lot of fun, and yeah, definitely had a stacked field out there. I mean, you had some of the best people from all. I mean, you had Jamie, Danny, Dave Kalama, Travis Grant. I mean, Livio Manuel from here. So I mean, it was, and tons more. So it was definitely a stacked race, and it was fun. It was good, a lot of fun.
So tell us a bit about how it was mid-race. So halfway through the race, what position were you in, and what were you thinking about the guys around you?
Yeah, about halfway, me and Danny were together, and I starting to pull away, and I felt pretty comfortable because the bumps were like getting better and better in that area, like it always does, and I just put my head down and started hammering, and because I knew I did not want to be anywhere near Danny once we come into the flats, so I might as well paddle as hard as I could in the bump and get a little gap for the flats. But yeah, it went good.
And it wasn't just the paddlers out there. You ran into a shark halfway through. Is that right?
Yeah, me and Dave were right next to each other, and then he was waving his hand, putting like his hand on his head. I'm like, what's going on? And then I looked next to me, and there's probably like a 8 to 10 foot tiger just following me and Dave right behind us. And it's kind of funny because like 2 years ago when I did this race, same incident. There's two tigers though, this time outside at the start line. I was like jumping in the water, getting wet, and everybody's like has their feet up on their boards. They're like, dude, there's a shark, and I was like, oh. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's part of the race now.
All right, well, that was an absolutely massive effort. Congratulations once again, and thanks for chatting with us on SUP Racer.
Yeah, sounds good.
All righty, we're here at the end of the OluKai stand-up paddle race here on Maui, and we've got C4 Waterman's Travis Grant. Trav, you just put in a massive performance to get a close second. How was it out there?
Thanks, Chris. I can't believe it, actually. I was here to go to school. I was here to let Connor and Dave and all the local boys like show me how it's done. So I actually borrowed an SIC from Mark. Had some runs the other day on it. I'm just like, oh, see how it happens. I found it fun, but I didn't think I'd keep up with the guys, and it was good. It was hard work is what it was. It wasn't a typical Maliko. There was wind and there was bumps, but you really had to work. And I don't know, halfway through when the water changed colour, it got kind of a bit easier, and I just started finding my rhythm. And next minute there was Dave, Danny, myself and Jamie, like all four of us coming across the reef together, and I was like, wow, I can't believe it. Connor skipped away. He's something else. He just skips away from us. But yeah, to get second with those guys in that field, I mean, I'm absolutely wrapped. I'm stoked. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. So I'm hurting. I mean, the pace was on, but I couldn't be happier. It was a fantastic race.
Alrighty, we're here at the end of the OluKai Ho stand-up paddle race. It was pretty brutal out there, a really fast race pace. And with us we've got Danny Ching, who in a sprint to the finish claimed third place. Danny, how was it out there?
It was tough. The winds were lighter than they've been all week, but they're still really good. And after the last few days of doing some of these runs, it hurt a little bit more. I think the competition definitely was attributing to that, having Connor out there and Dave, it's their backyard, and even Kai Lenny on a 14, and then you throw in myself and Travis and Jamie Mitchell. It's not a fun day.
How was it from the start? It looked like it was a massive field out there, and it looked like a few of you guys just went for it right from the start. Did you try and get off to a flying start, or was it just stick with the other guys?
For me, it was stick with the other guys, and it was kind of, the pace was pretty brutal, but luckily the surf started to kick in right away. And I think the hardest thing for me is watching Livio go outside and Dave Kalama go inside and Connor go down the middle, and I was just trying to figure out which way I was supposed to go. So followed those guys, and Travis and Jamie were right on the back of our heels the whole time, and yeah, for the most part, just follow the guys that live here and do the run twice a day.
Nice one. And you've got the OC1 race tomorrow. You had the Waikiki Paddle Festival last week. It's been a pretty big few weeks for you.
Definitely. Last week was stand-up on Saturday, Outerburger on Sunday. This week's the same, and I'm looking forward to a little break after this. So one more day, and then we'll have a little fun.
All right, sounds good. Well, it was a massive effort out there. Good on you. And yeah, good luck tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you.